Blake Shelton and Gwen Stefani have a lot in common. One thing they don't? Their heights. A quick glance at any of the couple's photos together reveals a sizable height difference. Shelton is famously tall and, well, Stefani is not. But just how drastic is the height difference between the two former coaches of The Voice? How tall are Blake Shelton and Gwen Stefani? Standing at 6 feet 5 inches, Shelton has several inches over Stefani, who is 5 feet 6 inches. That said, Shelton may have some competition for who's tallest in their family. Based on photos captured during a November family trip to watch the NFL's Arizona Cardinals play, eagle-eyed fans couldn't help but notice how tall Stefani's oldest son, Zuma, has gotten in recent years. In fact, Shelton's stepson is nearly the same height as him in the adorable photos the team shared on their Instagram page. Blake Shelton and Gwen Stefani are partners both in life and music. Shelton and Stefani are no strangers to recording and performing duets together throughout their respective careers. As Shelton attests, creating music together is easier these days since they spend so much time by the other side. During a recent People interview, Shelton spoke about his songwriting process alongside Stefani. Unsurprisingly, their collaborations come together pretty casually while they're around the house. Talk about an organic way to bring music to life. We live together, so we walk around the house singing these songs all the time, and we have months to talk about. Hey, maybe you jump on that part, Shelton explained. By the time we get to the studio, we're normally really prepared. While they're on the same page most of the time, Shelton confessed his wife is infinitely more lyric-focused than he is. Gwen is way more particular when it comes to a lyric, he confessed. I've never been as much of a stickler as she is. It's really important for her to be able to see herself in the lyric that she's singing versus me. Speaking of singing, The Voice Season 27 live shows kicked off on Monday, May 12th. The top 5 will be revealed on May 13th, leading to the finale kickoff on May 19th. When it comes to Hollywood couples, opposites often attract, and nowhere is that more evident than in the love story between country crooner Blake Shelton and pop icon Gwen Stefani. Their romance has captured the hearts of fans since their days on The Voice, not only because of their musical chemistry and endearing personalities, but also because of something a little more visual, their notably drastic height difference. Standing tall at 6 feet 5 inches, Blake Shelton is the picture of southern charm and country ruggedness. Gwen Stefani, on the other hand, stands at a petite 5 feet 6 inches, 5'7" if she's in boots. Together, the couple's nearly 11-inch height gap is enough to make fans do a double take and smile. But instead of being a mismatch, the height difference has become one of the most charming aspects of their relationship. A towering romance. From red carpet events to Instagram selfies, Blake often appears to lean down slightly or wrap his long arms gently around Gwen's shoulders while she looks up at him, eyes full of sparkle. It's a romantic visual that reminds fans of fairy tales, the tall cowboy and the glamorous pop princess. The height contrast amplifies the dynamic between them, him, the grounded giant with a heart of gold, her, the dazzling star who lights up the stage with confidence. Even on The Voice, fans noticed how Blake would stoop slightly when speaking to Gwen, especially during playful banter or moments of affection. And Gwen, always the fashion icon, has taken the height difference in stride, often donning high heels or platform boots that give her a few extra inches, though she hardly needs the boost to stand out. Fashion and fun. Gwen has never shied away from using her fashion choices to play with their visual contrast. She's often seen in high-fashion mini dresses or bold patterned jumpsuits beside Blake's casual flannel shirts and jeans. The juxtaposition of their looks, elegant meets earthy, only emphasizes the height difference more. At the 2023 CMT Music Awards, Gwen strutted in a tailored white blazer dress and sky-high black boots while Blake kept things down to earth in dark jeans and a button-up. As photographers snapped away, fans couldn't help but swoon over how Blake seemed to tower protectively over her, a real-life gentle giant. Their body language always tells a story. Gwen tends to nestle into Blake's side, while he often tilts his head down to catch her eye or whispers something that makes her laugh. These subtle movements remind everyone that despite their size difference, they're perfectly in sync. Social media shenanigans. The couple has leaned into their height difference with a sense of humor that fans love. On social media, Gwen occasionally posts selfies where Blake is only halfway in the frame because he's so tall, joking in captions like "too tall for my phone" or "trying to fit him in my selfie game." In one memorable TikTok, the couple danced to a trending sound, and Blake humorously exaggerated his towering stance while Gwen did her best to match his arm height. Fans in the comments couldn't get enough, writing things like, "The height gap is everything." And they look like a country version of Jack and Jill. Even during interviews, Blake jokes about it. "I have to be careful not to bump her head on doorways when I pick her up," he laughed during a 2022 press interview. "But she keeps me on my toes, figuratively and literally." A symbol of their differences, and their unity. For many, the visual contrast between Blake and Gwen is more than just cute, it symbolizes their unique differences and the strength of their bond. They come from vastly different worlds. Blake, the Oklahoma-born country star known for his rugged charm and slow-living wisdom, and Gwen, the California punk pop goddess with edgy style and global fame. But instead of clashing, they've built a life that merges the best of both worlds. Their marriage in July 2021 at Blake's Oklahoma ranch was the perfect example: intimate, rustic, elegant. Gwen wore a custom Vera Wang gown with embroidered names of her children, while Blake sang a personal love song he had written just for her. In interviews, both have acknowledged how their differences, including physical ones, have enriched their relationship. "It's crazy how someone so different from you can feel like home," Gwen once said in an interview with People. "Blake makes me feel safe, grounded, and very short." Blake chimed in, saying, "Gwen walks into a room and everyone looks up, and not just because she's beautiful. She's got presence. I don't care how tall I am, she's the one who stands tallest in my world." Representation for real-life couples. Their height difference also resonates with fans because it's relatable. Not every couple looks like they walked off a perfectly proportioned movie set. Blake and Gwen show that love isn't about matching sizes, it's about matching hearts, energies, and values. Online, fans have shared their own stories about dating or marrying partners of different heights, often using Blake and Gwen as their couple goals inspiration. The duo has become a beacon of hope for people who might have been told their relationships didn't look right. Standing tall together. Whether they're joking on social media, performing on stage together, or posing for red carpet events, Blake Shelton and Gwen Stefani show that their height difference is anything but a hurdle. It's an endearing feature of their relationship, something that adds charm, warmth, and a whole lot of personality. They don't try to hide the difference, they celebrate it. They lean into each other, figuratively and literally, proving that love isn't about the height you stand at, it's about who stands beside you when the world gets too tall to face alone. So, yes, Blake Shelton and Gwen Stefani's height difference is pretty drastic. But in a world where celebrity couples often fade fast, their towering love continues to rise above the rest. And fans wouldn't have it any other way.